Hey, Ryan, Ross, and Eric. Let me try to give a halfway adequate demo of what's coming together for the ops portion on a mobile phone screen. And Ryan, just so you're kind of into my thinking, I believe these are the things that you currently do anyhow. It's just a question of what you use to achieve it. But in some form or fashion, you get a job request, and then you ultimately assign a driver, create a SMS message, and send it. Then this is kind of the same step down here, only for a different purpose. Then we have the view sent dispatches. That's a feature that we do that you don't. And then all of that becomes a daily aggregate page that shows what all happened, should have happened that day. And I do differentiate what happened versus what should have happened. Okay, let's just start with this one here. This is our dispatch ticket. And it's extremely important that you know, Ryan, in order to make this work best, we need to have the contractors' names already in the database. We have to have that. We also need to have the name of the project that the contractor will be assigning you or any other trucks that you broker to. So with contractor and project assigned, everything else is that day's job or jobs. Now I'm going to create a simulation here. We've seen somewhat this feature before, but I'll do it hopefully a little better than the other times. This is Brian Mickley calling for Beaver Excavating. Tuesday morning, we need 4 quad axles over at the new Route 30 interchange. Showtime, 7:30 a.m., loaded with 304 from National Limestone. The job supervisor is Henry McHenry, and the notes are that the City of Massillon requests that all drivers stay on main thoroughfares, avoid any side streets. I'm going to hit stop, and now that's going to process the transcription, and it's going to try to identify any parts of it that are in the job description. Okay, I see it missed one here, the Route 30 interchange. Had I called that a project, it would have identified it. Had I said where to unload, it would have identified that. But let's look here. We have Brian Mickley, contractor, Beaver, project. Oh, it did get Route 30. 4 trucks. I said quad axle. It didn't pick that up. So we're going to fill it in. We had 304, and we will make that into a more specific drop down eventually. Anyhow, so that then becomes a submit truck request. We will want to learn how to do what we did with the desktop view, which is create 4 job requests because we have 4 tickets created, and then we will go from there. All right, now I'm going to go back to the menu just because that's the navigation that I need for the moment, and that was frustrating because that isn't what I want. I'm going to come down here to create SMS and show you the different way of doing it. So these are 2 of 3 are assigned, 2 of 3 are assigned, both of these are assigned. So we want the unassigned jobs to appear, and if they're unassigned, they still have this by them. So I'm going to assign job 162 to, I'm just going to scroll till I find a vanilla one, and there now he's assigned, and we have one more, so sorry about that. Coop. There, now all those jobs are assigned. Once we have all the jobs assigned, we want to drop this down, and we're going to generate from a template all the messages, and then if we need to or want to, we can add your note to the dispatch tickets. And then we come down here, and one by one we should have the drivers in there and the message, site contact, and so forth. And then notice there was the note we just put in there, note from R. Yoder Trucking. So that's kind of your one-off events that allow you to create that. This should still have the same thing down here, note from R. Yoder Trucking. So we have one that's not assigned yet, but if we hit send here, that is going to go out. We're just going to look here, job 0152, and that should be coming into my phone here as we speak. And we'll look up to my desktop and see if it does. Job 0152. There's job 54. Where's 52? There it is, 0152. And all the information is correct. Pay no attention to what's actually there other than this. Excuse me, the note from R. Yoder. That shows you that it's working. The rest of it is all boilerplate that came from some crazy unassociated job. So then if we needed or wanted to, we can click forward and view all of your sent dispatches for this day or backwards to another day. After all the sent dispatches are sent out, the next thing is basically what happened on that day. What did I send out? Who did I send out? To whom did I send them? So either which contractor or which project. And then you would want to say, okay, what happened on this day? Well, I had 61, 2, and 3, Edelman, Barnett, and all around. What did they do? Well, we're going to put in another section that says, here's what they were scheduled to do. And then we will get our feedback from their ticket. And here was the results at their end of day. Drove 10.5 hours, 6 trips to the National Limestone, delivered 78.5 million tons, and blah, blah, blah. So that is your end of day summary, and you would be able to backtrack to preceding days and just scroll through your work and see what all happened. Now, this will take us back to the main menu. So basically, you can always navigate forward and backward. There's, I think, 5 items. Yeah, 5. So that's kind of where we are today. Everything, for the most part, manageable with your thumb. The job request, editing, and assignment would be similar to what you already have today. If you wanted or needed to edit this, it really is no different than how you've been doing it all along on your phone. It's just that we can do multiples at a time. We can keep track of them. We can fill in a good bit of this information from the database, meaning from the contractor already in the database, from the project already in the database, and then from the template. And anything that you add to one, you can then ripple through the others. Okay, I apologize if it was a very incomplete demo. It's because I'm working on it in real time, but Ross was excited enough to say, hey, I think Ryan will want to see this. So there you have it. Hope you guys have a good lunch.